What's up? My name is Eric Butler. This channel is called Report and Opine. I am back. And from Vlad TV, Larsa Pippen responds to being asked, why would you date Michael Jordan's son? A question that I guess is nobody's business really, but we're all wondering, right? Of all the people on planet Earth, you choose to date your ex-husband's incredibly famous former teammate's son. You guys must have been like aunt and nephew at one point. You're like 20 years older than him. You're already a famous floozy friend of the Kardashians or ex-friend of the Kardashians, notoriously dated Future. He went on to write songs about it and completely embarrass Scottie Pippen to the point where he's walking around dressed up like an 18-year-old trying to score some points with somebody, who knows. But she goes on this talk show with Tamron Hall, who I am not familiar with. I guess she's a talk show host or a Real Housewife or whatever. And they talk about why she would date her ex-husband's former teammate's son.
So we're live. This is our first time meeting in person. But of course, I've seen the pictures and everything, and I'm so happy to have you on in your own words and your own feelings. Let's start off.
Well, it looks like she's had a little bit too much work done. I believe she's 48 years old, and she is trying hard, just like her ex-husband Scottie, to look like she's 22, and it's just not really working for either one of them. This is a complete mess. They are both just embarrassing themselves at this point.
Off with the big one. Okay. Marcus Jordan. The dating rumors started in September. At the time, you said you guys were just friends, and then it was revealed when you said on Valentine's Day that he was your forever Valentine. Are you guys in love?
I think so. We're in a
I think so. No, that's a no. That means I'm just trying to get this paper right now. I'm just trying to go on this media press tour. And no, the answer is no. I think so.
really good place.
Yeah. How do you describe it?
I feel like a lot of people think that we've known each other our whole lives, which we have not.
Well, he's 16 years younger, so that's not possible.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Well, I feel like we literally just met at a party 4 years ago.
Oh, really?
And we were
Wait. So she wants us to believe that she had never met this guy. So throughout the entire 90s, I don't know when he was born, he's 16 years younger than her. So the entire time that, I guess Scottie and Michael were never really friends, but you had to have come across this kid at some point in time. There's just no way that they met at a party a couple years ago. I don't buy that for 1 second.
we were just friends.
because we all lived in Chicago. And
Yeah.
When did you meet him?
4 years ago.
4 years. Where?
At a party. At a party. Like an LA party.
Did you know who he was at the time?
Well, yeah, we have a lot of mutual friends.
Oh, yeah,
And
you
so
think?
we're kind of in the same circle. So we've been around each other for like the last 4 years.
Oh, they have a lot of the same friends. They're in the same circle. They're practically family. I mean, your ex-husband's son, your ex-husband's former teammate's son. And we're not talking about just some obscure basketball player. We're talking about Michael Jordan, arguably the most famous basketball player in the entire world. And she's pretending right now that they just met 4 years ago at a Los Angeles party. There's no way. This woman is trouble, bro. This woman is trouble. She definitely belongs to the streets. And she's like, oh yeah, I think we're in love. No, you're not. You're not. That's basically like, that could be your son.
So you're at a party, and did someone introduce you? How did you connect?
Yeah, we were at a party and they were like, oh, you know Marcus Jordan. And I was like, oh, hey. And so we became friends. We both kind of grew up from, we're both from Chicago. Yeah. So I feel like we have a lot in common, like a lot of common ground, like.
Even with the.
Yeah, of course you have common ground, right? Like the Chicago Bulls, the not award-winning, but the championship level many times over Chicago Bulls. You guys were both involved with them, and you're pretending like, oh, we just have a mutual friend circle. Give me a break.
Age difference, and I don't say that. I don't want to say it flippantly, because age difference, men get, able to date people 30 years younger in some cases without judgment. He's 16 years younger. Other than the Bulls, like, what do you have in common?
We have everything in common.
Really?
Well, I've dated guys that were a lot older than me. Scottie is 10 years older than me.
Scottie's 10 years older than you.
Yeah, so I don't really view age as,
She's talking about Scottie like, oh, I dated Scottie. Bro, your last name is Pippen. You haven't changed your last name. That was your husband. And you're pretending like, I dated a guy 10 years older, so what's the difference if I date a guy 16 years younger? This woman is a floozy, a charlatan.
you're mature,
Yeah,
you're not
yeah, I
immature.
agree. I agree.
I don't feel like that determines if you're mature or not.
Well,
I feel like if you can drink at 21,
Yeah, you can date.
go to war at 18. Like, there's different circumstances that I feel like age doesn't really determine your level of maturity.
She does look like a Kardashian. She looks like she's been hanging out with the Kardashians far too long. Like they go to the same plastic surgeon or something.
I think the age for most people, if we're being honest, that's secondary. The bigger thing is where you are a beautiful woman.
Thank you.
And you could date anybody you wanted to date.
Exactly. Anybody in the world.
Why would you date Michael Jordan's son,
For spite.
knowing that it's been pretty clear that Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan didn't have this relationship people thought, and certainly don't have it now. Scottie has come out publicly and said that this documentary that was produced by Michael Jordan made him, he says, I was nothing more than a prop, his best teammate of all time. He called me. He couldn't have been more condescending if he tried.
Okay, so Scotty, though, has jumped out the window and also said that Phil Jackson was racist and he didn't like Tony Kukoc. So he's not well either. And both of these people are just, I don't know if it's just like the Hollywood sort of vibe that they've been living in for the past 2 or 3 decades that makes them unwell. But Scotty went out and threw Phil Jackson under the bus and then tried to, sell his little product. I think he was doing some snacks or some energy drink or something he was trying to sell. And of course, Michael Jordan doesn't need to sell anything. He sells a million Air Jordans every single day. And now he's mad because he didn't look like the hero in the Netflix Bulls documentary. And now she's just trying to spite him because I'm sure they had not been seeing eye to eye for many years. There's no way that this woman dates Michael Jordan's son if she doesn't have like this weird revenge, like vengeance for Scottie Pippen. There's just no way. It's not possible. It's like, oh no, we were just friends. We met at a party. There's no possible way. I don't buy that for one split second.
I can't basically explain how someone else feels. That's how Scottie feels. He has a right to the way he feels. Yeah. I personally don't really care about what, other people, how he, I feel like I live my truth. I'm happy. I feel like...
No, this is all nonsense. I can't say, I don't know. I live my truth. No, what you're doing is like a spiteful thing, and you don't love Marcus Jordan. You're just trying to make some headlines. You're enjoying the spotlight right now, right? Because nobody knew who you were when you were just Scottie Pippen's wife. You got a little bit of fame for being friends with a Kardashian. You got a little bit of fame from banging Future, and now you're getting a little bit more fame for dating Michael Jordan's son. That's it.
Like, we get along. He's my best friend. And so
Marcus is your best friend.
Yeah, I feel like we have a lot in common.
But as I was saying, you could date anybody in the world. Why date Michael Jordan's son?
I didn't plan it like that. It wasn't like it was planned like that. I think we were just together a lot with our friends, and it just so happened. It wasn't like something I planned. You got to remember, I feel like for me being, married to someone that was an athlete or whatever, it's really hard. You get scrutinized a lot. People don't think you should have a life once you get divorced. Yeah. They think once you're divorced, you're done. And I feel like I've overcome so...
No, nobody thinks that. They think it's despicable that you were choosing to date the one guy in the entire world. I mean, it goes without saying. There's millions of men. You're talking about Los Angeles, New York, Chicago, wherever, and we're just in our same friend circle. There's just no way. There's no way. You should just be honest. Really just be honest. Like, you know what? I don't really love this guy. I'm doing it just to spite my ex-husband. And that would be much more respectable because that's what I believe is happening here. And she's got Kardashian brain. She can barely talk. Well, it's just, I'm living my truth. I didn't plan it this way. Can you believe it? No, I don't believe it, lady.
So many different obstacles because I feel like I should have love. I should be able to date who I want. I should be able to live happy and go, just go wherever I want to go and not be judged every time I'm seen with someone.
And you should. I'm curious because when you start dating someone,
it's hard.
It is hard. It's also hard meeting their parents. Have you met Michael Jordan and Juanita Jordan, and what did they say about the relationship?
You know, I don't really, I mean, of course, I recently have met, you know, I've recently been hanging out with them, but I don't really want to talk about them. I feel like it's not about, you know, my parents or his parents, they're all happy, our whole family's fine. I feel like it's more about like where I am, where he is. You know, I feel like we're in a great place. We motivate each other. We're really happy being together, and I feel like that's the most important thing.
Well, I agree with that. I agree with that. And I understand where you're.
Oh, the people in the crowd, they just keep showing these weird masked up losers in the crowd. Like, look, we're still doing it. We're still on it. No matter what comes out, no matter what's in the news yesterday, today, tomorrow, we're still doing the mask thing. We're not going to stop that. Just make sure you show them every couple of seconds to make sure that people still know that this is very scary. And if you want to get into this weirdo talk show, then you got to wear a mask. Like that's completely off topic here. It's not really what this is about at all. But it is weird how they're still trying to brainwash people with this mask theater nonsense.
You're saying because you are your own people. That said, he has a trophy store dedicated to his father.
It's like a
You
sneakerhead.
posted, yeah, sneaker,
Yeah.
But you guys posted a picture with the number 23 behind you. There's only one number 23.
Right.
You know, God bless, he walks around with those great Jordan shoes. That's his dad on there. So he can't run from who he is.
Right.
And when I married my husband, he met my mom. My dad is in heaven, but he met my mom before we got into a full relationship. It's normal for people to ask, how did his mom respond? How did his
They're
dad
fine.
respond?
Everyone's fine.
They're cool with it.
Yeah, everyone. I think like when you're an adult, I think your parents just want to see you happy. You know, my parents want to see me happy. His parents want to see him happy.
So you have their blessing.
Yeah, I feel like we're great.
She's
yeah,
lying.
I feel like we've spent holidays together, and
She's lying.
it's good. We're in a great place.
That's good. It's good. No, there's no way. She's completely lying. Yeah, it's good. I think we're really in love, and it just so happened this way. We're in the same friend circle. No, nobody's buying that for 1 second. She has complete Kardashian brain. She can barely talk. She can't think. She's just trying to get some headlines right now because who isn't, right? That's what we're all trying to do at this particular point in time. So, thank you for watching. Please like, comment, share, and of course, subscribe.